Hello, everybody. Welcome back to The New Nasty Boys. I'm your co-host this morning, afternoon, evening, whenever you decide to watch or listen to this thing, Billy DeVore. And sitting next to me is my co-host,
Chris Weir. What's up, Nasty Nation? Welcome back down to the Fart Dunge. Good to have you back here. Yeah, toot, toot, toot. It was a really nice day. Great weather. Did I get you?
Just the tone. Toot, toot, toot.
Yeah, we're doing it, buddy.
I didn't have anything, and I just was like, I can make fart noises. And you're just like, da, toot, toot, toot. Toot, 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 toot.
That was my effort.
We both, our effort levels both matched.
Yeah, so, I just did like the comic version onomatopoeia of it.
Yeah, there you go. We nailed it. This show is brought to you by Cincy Light. Cincy Light, the flavor of Cincinnati. Cincy Light is a refreshingly crisp brewed lager in partnership with Cincy Reigns, benefiting student athletes. This easy drinking classic is the perfect way to celebrate the Queen City. Raise a toast to triumph that the red and black shall reign. Cincy Light beer is available year-round in 12-packs, 24-packs, on draft, in the tall cans for Cincinnati daddies. And Cincy Light Lime, the taste of spring, summer, and some of fall, and winter if you're just a little freak. That's in tall cans and 24-packs and on draft. You like Ryan Geist merch? We do too. You should buy some at ryangeist.com. Promo code NastyBoys, get 10% off. Read, done, and out of the way.
Good. You know, I really do like their merch too.
I love their
There's
merch.
some solid merch.
They know what they're doing. How was your week, pal?
It was great. We went down to the ballpark. That was a lot of fun.
Yeah, we did.
Had our first Sky Rosa this season. Got that out of the way with. We were there for a win, the game that Lauren and I went to, so that was fun.
Yeah, you saw the only win of the series this weekend.
Mm-hmm. Just means I got to go out a lot more.
You got to come more, so the Reds win more. I think we're the group of us. We're 1-1. I'm wives squared.
I'm honestly 1-2. I think I had.
You're 1-2.
I started off 2 losses. This is the first one I've been a part of.
Yeah, man. Yeah, it's pretty cool to see them when they happen. Mm-hmm. Let's hope they're not too few and far between.
I don't think so. I think we got a lot more wins coming here. Yeah. A lot more positive vibes going around. I know there's a lot of stuff to be negative about. And don't worry, we're going to get to the negatives. I can't wait. I got some bile to get out of me. We're leeching, baby. But no, it was a good time for the game that I went to. Ate a ton of food.
Yeah, we did.
Loved it.
It was great. I will let everybody know I am tired. I was there at the ballpark all weekend. I was out in the sun today. I think it shows a little bit if you're watching, and if you're listening, you can't hear the little burns I've got.
Oh yeah,
but I got a little bit. I'm a little red.
You are. You're pretty red around there, buddy.
Here we go.
Oh, farmer's tan.
Oh, there it is.
Oh, he just blew out the exposure on YouTube.
Oh, my camera is melting, dude. But it was great. It was super fun to be at the ballpark all weekend. Great to hang with people, see some friends, some friends of the pod, and dude, it was great. So let's launch. Let's just fucking get into it.
Swan dive into it.
There's so much that we have to talk about that we don't need to hobnob around. We don't need to swashbuckle our words. Come on. That means we're fighting. I don't know why. God damn. The City Connect uniforms all dropped on the same day, and this was the weekend we got to see them on the field. I, off the rip, am not a fan of them all coming out at once. I don't like it. Give each team their moment to shine and show off in their new City Connects. What do you think?
I agree with that. I think that it helps for promotional stuff, too. And it also gives you more time to kind of, like, dissect these uniforms. Because they all came out, because I'll be honest, the Reds are pretty much the only one that I checked out. I know that kind of blows up the next segment here. But so I'm going to be leaning on you heavy, buddy.
That's fine.
Yeah, previously there was a lot of stuff that goes into these City Connects, if you aren't familiar with it. There's a lot of designs that relate to the city, to the ball club, all these different things. It takes a lot of time to kind of digest. And you want to give it its proper, time. Yeah. But just throwing it all out there, it kind of did away with that. It's not, so now it's just all just like, now they got the City Connects, and now there's no focus on any one sort of city. So I think they really dropped the ball here.
I think so too. And it's just having it all condensed, that also proves the point of, you're like, I only saw the Reds. Yeah, there were so many that came. They all came out, and so like you missed it. A lot of probably the average fan missed it, unless it was shoved in their face or algorithm, or it's just their team. So like, pretty bummed. I love the Reds one, just not just as a homer, but like a compliment to the black uniforms to balance everything out. Hey, we're gonna wear all black with subtle red. Here, how about this? All red with subtle black.
Dude, I think they crushed. I absolutely love this red on red. Love the red pants. Love the dark red. I think keeping that C, which is such a big hit, I think it's just the next evolution in it. I think the Reds design team knocking it out of the park, baby.
No, I totally agree. The sleeve patch on it with the genius of water, it's so sick.
Dude, yeah. I remember you describing that to me, and I thought it sounded good, but seeing it in person looked really nice.
Oh, it's so good. I can't wait to see more stuff like designed around that, like more merchandise around it, and like just that logo on a hat. Give me that. I don't know why that wasn't full at launch with like that. I saw one sweatshirt that was pretty cool where it was the back logo, but it was a little small, but it was still cool, and I'm all for it. A lot of people were complaining like this fucking boomer came up to Alicia. She was wearing hers today. Came up and he grabbed her and was just like, yeah.
Always a great start.
Yeah, just grabbing a person and was just like, yeah, that is darker red. And no context. And she's like, what? And she's like, yeah, the sleeve's darker red. I don't know if I like it. And then just walked away.
Oh, great interaction.
Yeah. Hey, I'm going to touch you. Huh. That is darker. And then look at her and say, I don't know if I like what you're wearing.
I disapprove.
Yeah, not cool, man.
Good to know he's out at the ballpark.
Yeah, thank God, dude. But it was the darker sleeves. I do think it looks good. I do think it pops. But I do think we are needing vests back in baseball.
Ooh, baby. I think maybe the next evolution, we might see it. Who knows?
Who knows? I would love to see that. Take that step backwards. Go back to 1995. Give me the white and red pinstripes. No sleeves. I mean, they were a hit in 2019.
Oh, yeah. The boys were doing, like, bicep curls in the dugout. Got them jacked.
Dude. That's when we had, like, 9 homers. It was sick. That's when Dietrich went off. It was so fun. But, like, they just look cleaner. And you can wear a shirt under, too, and that looks cool, too. Like, this jersey I'm wearing right now, originally sleeveless with the black shirt under it.
It makes you want to hit dingers.
Oh, dude. Makes me want to put in, like, a whole shoe of wintergreen down here.
Yeah, smoke a menthol right before you come up to the plate. Toss back a few greenies. I feel you.
Talk about how the X-Files was great last night.
Oh, yeah, dude. I wish. Oh, man, that show was great.
That show, it's coming back.
Yeah?
Ryan Coogler's directing and writing it.
I did hear about that. Yeah. Incredible. Well, stay tuned.
Stay tuned.
Nation.
Yeah, this Baseball and X-Files catch-up podcast.
Yeah. Oh, I do like how they had the helmets, even had the pinstripes. I didn't know they were going to do that. Dude, Ellie looked like a goddamn superhero.
He looks so cool.
Looks so cool, man.
He looked like it just pops on him. And then like the accents of the different colors, like the neon colors. I was like, man, that's just really rad.
Really sharp. Can't wait to maybe get like a Sal Stewart jersey, maybe.
Uh-oh.
Bust them out. Come on, your kid needs a new one.
Come on. So, okay, you didn't see all the other ones, but I'll carry the weight for you.
Yeah, what is your favorite? Is anyone that stood out as just terrible or anyone that really succeeded that you think besides the Reds?
I love the Baltimore one. It's sick. I'll show you.
Their last one was really cool, too. I know it probably didn't get a lot of people that really enjoyed it, but I think you and I liked Baltimore's.
Dude, I like the sleeves and all the little touches there. Dude, I mean, look at this.
Oh, I did see that one. That's clean.
Cream with the green sleeves, orange accent. The B-more, that's a Baltimore thing, whatever.
They got a ram over there. Is that a ram or a goat?
That's a ram. That's a ram for T. Rowe Price.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, because when you want to invest, you want to ram the competition.
So I'm talking about like the corporate logo. It's like, yeah, they crushed it. Like that's like someone commenting on the Kroger logo. It's like, that's really slick right there.
I do like that it's black and it does pop off the red.
Oh, but look at that B. Is unreal.
With the swirlies, yeah, and then the Oriole sitting on the R. You know what's really sick about the hat?
What?
There's the bricks going by the warehouse behind it. There are bricks printed inside.
Get out of town. Did the Reds do anything like that for theirs?
They're on this like little pipe in the middle of the panel. That says Cincy with the Cincy text with the Buckeye leaf. But I love Baltimore's. A lot of people not huge fans. I think it's great. A lot of people are putting at the top of their list the Atlanta one. Mm-hmm. But here's the thing with Atlanta, dude. It's just a throwback.
Oh, really? So they didn't really change much of anything? Oh.
But it's cool. Like, you've got what I do love about it is that you have a V-neck jersey that is, like, in rotation. Like, the Mets got one last year in the V-neck jersey. Now we've got it back with Atlanta. Dude, the Reds need to be able to do, like, the 90, the 75, 76 throwback to be, like, full in rotation for their uniforms.
I like that. Also, dude, that Quikrete logo looks insane.
Isn't it? It's wild. It's so big. I think it's one of my favorites, actually.
It is funny seeing the logos just manifest the entire sleeve.
Oh, it's a lot. The sleeve patch is okay. The ATL. You like kind of like looking like the Waffle House. Here's all of them together, so then you can see them. There you go.
Pirate skyline in the logo. Is that what I'm reading?
Which one?
Or the bridge? Is that like a skyline right there? Oh, that's just the text.
That's just the text. Yeah, it's a real Pirates, like an actual Pirates font text.
Oh, okay. A little swashbuckler there.
Yeah, and then Adley Rushman looking sick. And then the Rangers one. That's bad.
What does it say?
Tejas.
Oh, okay, I got you.
It's leaning into the Mexican Latin history in Texas with like the like up, down, around, like the line art, like you see in a lot of Mexican art.
Kind of looks like more like a college jersey,
right? I forget who tweeted it or whatever, but someone said when they reacted and saw that, they said, "I can hear the ting of the aluminum bat." And I was like, that's totally
a great
perfect.
Breakdown.
It's perfect.
Like a JUCO League jersey there. Dude, that Kansas City Royals one looks pretty sharp.
See, I fucking hate it.
You hate it? You don't like that R?
Oh, the R is kind of cool. I don't like the ombre you've got going on.
I didn't even
see
the hat. I don't like that. It almost looks like a nautical thing going on.
It's the crown. I don't get and then your piping goes from purple to blue. Like the R itself, okay, give me that R all day, but give it to me classic, solid color. Like, I love their last City Connect.
If that would have been all light blue, that would have been gnarly.
It would have been sick, right?
Yeah.
No, they didn't do that. But, okay, and then San Diego's is like, it's the same text, but they went so hard with their last City Connect.
Oh, yeah.
You know, like, they crushed it. It's like...
Seems tame.
Yeah, and it's also another shout out and like paying tribute to the Latin culture there.
Yeah.
The sleeve patch.
That's like their 2.0 version.
Right. City Connect patch. It is sick. It is boom. Yeah, like
oh, like Day of the Dead stuff?
Yeah.
Ooh, that is really cool. I like that. Oh, I'd like to see more of that.
Right? That's cool.
Yeah.
And then
that was on the front, like her face, like break it down like a 2-color logo.
Right?
That'd be scary.
It'd be real
I'd be scared.
I'd be scared. And instead of having a number like on the tum-tum, you could put that patch. That would be real rad.
They missed an opportunity to have a skeleton as their mascot.
Yeah. Instead, they just have a chicken.
Yeah. Oh, come on. You could have even done better with a chicken.
Yeah, make a skeleton chicken.
Yeah, I do like the trim, like that kind of floral pattern. That looks kind of nice. But
yeah, that's sick. I didn't even notice that on the first go about with your. Yeah, it's sick. But they crush so hard. It's like you can't catch back up. The Wisco with the Brewers. I guess that's if that's a Wisconsin thing. I don't know.
I've never heard that before.
Me either. But the hat's bad. What's really cool is their patch.
Yeah, they should have went with the Kurds.
The Kurds.
The fighting Kurds.
The Kurds. I mean, that's cool.
Slick. I love that old logo too.
Yeah, the old barrel man feeling a ground ball with the oversized mitt in the state of Wisconsin is very cool. With
love that
your color
logo.
change looking like a spring, summer, early fall sunset. Like being on the water, out on the lake.
Oh, you're making me want to fly fish.
No, dude, I'm making me want a spotted cow. So
Those are good beers.
but they're the best. But this, I mean, the grill from the first one is still like they crushed the sleeve patches for the Brewers. That's
They
what's
really did.
So infuriating.
The Brewers have such great designs. It's so hard to beat their classic, just the glove with the M and the B.
Dude, it's one of the best logos in sports, period.
Yeah, no fat on that logo.
None. And it's crazy they went to the M and like ditched it in the early 2000s where you're like,
Weird.
You had it perfect. You had it made, but then you went to go see if the grass was greener on the other side, and guess what? Full of poison.
Yep, no cows over there.
And the Pirates also have an alternate hat that's black. It's like so it's all black and yellow.
Okay.
So, yeah, when you look at now you've seen them, all of them, aside from the Reds, what's your favorite?
I do like the black on black with the gold trim for the Pirates, and that's saying a lot because I typically don't really care for a lot of their stuff. But Baltimore, I think their subtleties with theirs, I really like the bird logo. I like their small patches.
Yeah.
I just think that looks the most cohesive and major league.
Oh, yeah. It doesn't look like a softball uniform where you have or like a college baseball team with Wisco, with the Brewers, or with the Rangers and the red. Like, if anything, I don't know why with the Tejas, those aren't red pants. Go all in.
Yeah, you're playing conservative up top. You have to at least do something, add color to the bottom.
That's exactly like what they did with the Red City Connect. Where it's like, if those are, I mean, it would look sick with black pants. Do not get it wrong. But the red pants really fucking send it when they're on the field.
They look quick.
They're so cool,
Yeah.
man. Padres are cool, but it's like you've got the throwback colors with the new text. It's like sick. The Royals, I have no clue what they were thinking.
I think there's probably too many voices in the room trying to pitch together something because I didn't see that hat initially. I got drawn to the R logo on the chest, but that up top, that doesn't read baseball.
No.
To me. That reads like a bar, a hat you get at a bar that has a nautical theme.
Yeah. When I saw that, I was like, that looks like an alternate hat you would get at TJ Maxx.
Yeah.
Like an aunt would get it out of a $5 bin and give to you because they forgot, like, your birthday. That's that hat.
Yeah, it looks like something you get like at a boardwalk where they'd spray it.
Yeah. Oh, it's terrible. Atlanta's is sick, but again, it's like there's nothing. They didn't reinvent the wheel.
No.
It's cool.
If you want me to be hypercritical on the
Please.
Reds, I think this could have been nice instead of the bright white. If they went with the cream, that could have been good because I think it would soften because it's the contrast between the red and white lines is very intense.
Yeah.
If it was cream, it would read less candy cane.
Sure.
That's the only thing, but I still love it. If I have to be extremely critical and offer one bit of negativity towards it, it would be that. The only other negative is that I don't have a Sal Stewart jersey yet. Make it happen, MLB.
Come on. So here's why I think they went with white over cream. When I think of cream, I think of vintage for sure. I think of distress. I think of like with Baltimore, it's a throwback, so you can easily make that cream. With the Reds, the whole theme of the First City Connect leaning into 2.0 is looking towards the future, not leaning on the history of the 90 team or the Big Red Machine. Like this is your Reds of the future. So they went with like a crisp white to really set that off.
No soft sepia tones here, baby. We're titanium white.
Titanium white, baby, because the future. It's blinding.
Yes, and especially with that red too. I mean, they're on fire. You can't. There's no space for a soft white in there.
No, come on.
We're on fire.
Nothing soft, only hard for these boys.
Yeah.
But yeah, dude, I love them, and I'm a big fan of the hat. Big fan of all of it. The hat's great. If you didn't have the pinstripes on the hat, I'd be very disappointed.
Yeah, that just really was another step that was just like, oh, you guys are doing it.
You did it. I'm not wearing my City Connect today because it is sweaty.
Very stinky. Oh, man. I saw a few things in the pro shop that we're going to have to go through.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
We'll do our due diligence, and there's going to be more stuff coming in. You know, it's a slow. They'll have stuff popping off for the rest of the year. So
I'm an impulse buyer.
I need it now. One thing that has been sent to me on social media a fair amount, like, hey, did you see this? Hey, have you seen? I think I had 5 to 6 people send me this.
Yeah.
And I'm very honored that I have gotten to this point in my life where people look at ballpark food that is large and in charge and go, hey, man, did you see it? This is one of those. The Colorado Rockies introduced a new food item. It's called the Glizzilla. It is a 23-inch hot dog that comes on a 19-inch bun, and it's a full pound. The sucker's 45 pounds. Couple questions. Would you house this thing, and do you think it's worth it?
It was $45?
$45 for almost 2 feet of dog.
See, this would have to be like following an event where like I just ran a 5K
Yeah.
or cured cancer or something to where I would celebrate this hard. So if I did, I would have to have just had like a giant workout, was fasting for a couple days, because this thing looks AI generated.
Yeah.
It looks completely phony. This thing has 12 fingers. It looks insane. Looks really good.
Sure, and I'd like to know what like the beef pork combo is going on in that dog, because it's big enough, and I don't trust the Rockies. I would assure you there's got to be like horse in there.
Yeah, dude. It's definitely like one of those big sausages that comes rounded like a horseshoe, and they just flopped out, and we're like, we can get people to eat this.
We can get them to pay $45.
Dude, yeah, but I can see like getting that into splitting it with somebody, but just by myself, I would either have to be having one of the greatest days of my life or in the worst spots I've ever been in.
This is not a mild-mannered Wednesday activity where you're trying to make it through the week, and you're like, pass the time, I'll go to the ballpark and just enjoy.
This isn't on a whim scenario.
No, it is we're planning, we're fasting before, like fasting in the morning. We're not doing breakfast. Night before, we're going to like just eat everything. Stretch our stomachs.
Yeah, stretch out those guts. Yeah, you got to contact friends and relatives before you do this. So you just let them know in case anything happens.
Yeah.
It was the Glizzilla that did me in.
Glizzilla, dude. It took me down. Do you have meat sweats? No.
Well, you will.
I don't have meat sweats. I have all of it. I have. Oh, dude.
Mustard sweats.
Relish
pretzel
sweats.
bun sweats.
So you can put. Here's my thing. It feels like it's missing something. Obviously.
You think a 19-inch hot dog is missing something?
I think I do. I do. I think it's missing Cincinnati chili, mustard, onions, and cheddar cheese. I think we need this at the ballpark.
I think we do. I was surprised, as we're talking about this before the pod, has there never been a foot-long cheese coney at the ballpark?
So not at the ballpark. You can get them around town. Like Putz's has one.
Yeah.
The root beer stand. You can go to those places and get a foot-long chili dog. But you cannot get a Cincinnati chili foot-long dog anywhere right now, to my knowledge.
Okay, that's just money being left on the table. Great American Ballpark. What are you doing?
What are we doing here? We've come up with 2 really good ideas.
Yeah, do we have to do all the work? No, but seriously, I think in the age of the Glizzilla, everyone wants to have something that they can experience at the ballpark just beyond baseball, and it's normally always food and drink related.
Yep.
So why not have a foot-long cheese coney? Because people will get that. One person will get. I might get 2 of them.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Now we're talking. If you can take down 2 feet of dog. Here's my thing though. A foot of dog, like, okay, sorry, 23 inches. We're missing 1 inch. Whatever, for it to be 2 feet.
Yeah.
1 pound, it seems like it's too thin. Well, you know what I mean? Like, if you've got something this long, 2 feet, I mean, you would...
That's a pound of meat?
Yeah. Because you've had, like, pound burger or whatever, like that, it seems that way. In my just quick eye looking at some of the photos, I had somebody send me a video where it's 2 dudes eating it, like Lady and the Tramp style.
Oh, yeah.
Pretty rad. Like, that just seems like not enough meat
Yeah, and also why 23 inches? Like I'm trying to think of like why that was the measurement as opposed to 24 or just 20 to match closer to the 19-inch bun. Other than the hilariousness of it of just seeing a bun that is too small for the dog.
Yeah, where you're just floating out. Where most of the time you
But at that point, just have like a small bun. Just have like a 12-inch bun.
Yeah.
So then you have this 23. Then it looks insane.
It looks heinous.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then it's just floating out. Dude, you just have maybe like a 3-inch bun.
Yeah.
Just all dog hanging on. Mm-hmm. Then it just looks like you're trying to dry off with a kitchen towel.
Or just put like the baseball bat. You just eat it out there out of the top. Just eat a big wiener out.
Dude, I would eat anything out of one of those bats.
Mm-hmm.
You give it to me, I'm doing it.
Yeah.
I'm not even going to ask what's in it. It's just full of something. I'll be like, yeah, sure, why not?
It's called the choke up. You keep just moving the handle up and hitting it out.
It's stuck on the bottom. I have a bitch.
Yeah, I think the Glazilla is pretty gnarly. I do think if there was a foot-long cheese coney at the ballpark, that would constantly have a line.
Oh, yeah, dude. You would, I'll tell you what, the line would be longer than 2 feet.
Oh, yeah. And also, you'd really add to the bathroom line.
Yeah, it would. Again, bidets at the ballpark. You'd have to add them if you're adding a 2-foot-long cheese coney.
Yeah, I think that goes against like HIPAA or something if you don't do that.
Oh, HIPAA, I'd be Shippa.
Ooh.
Yeesh. But, dude, I think it's pretty great. Please keep sending me this stuff. When you see some heinous food, always send it my way.
Yes, we will consume it, much like all of the food.
We'll consume it and we'll regurgitate it out our mouths with our knowledge.
Yeah, we'll let you know what's going on in the food world.
Speaking of our food world, we had our first Sky Rosa of the year. Mm-hmm. It was delightful. And I'm telling you, we touched on it last week, but once we did it in the execution on Saturday, when the ballpark was very busy, going to the first base mart, grab, check out. I literally they were out of pepperoni pizza at first, but they came out of the oven pretty quick. I was in and out of there in 5 minutes.
Yeah, you were, because I was able to go to the bathroom, I think maybe even get a beer, and by the time I met up with you guys were in the checkout line.
Yeah, we were ready to roll.
It was wonderful.
With fresh, hot pep. Just ready to fold and eat.
Woo!
Ooh, ooh, ooh. How was, how did you feel after having your first Sky Rose of the year?
Delightful. This is also the first one that my wife got to join in with me. So Lauren got to do it. So it's always fun getting to watch someone else have their first Sky Rose.
Yeah.
It's great. It's like, maybe watching your kid learn how to, ride their bike without the, training wheels for the first time. It's like, oh, they got it. They fell over, but they're happy. No, it was great. It's always so surprising just how delicious it is. But I mean, most of the ingredients make sense when you think about it, but yeah, it was wonderful getting that out of the way with enjoying that. And Lady and the Tramp did a bit with Lauren.
It was so fun.
Yeah.
So cute, guys.
I know. We got some photos. We didn't actually do the Lady and the Tramp thing. It's just almost nearly impossible.
Yeah. You'd be tomato sauce.
Yeah, you'd really have to just smash her face together.
Yeah. I love that she took 2 bites and then pulled back and just went, why does this work? Why is this so good?
She initially, the look in her face was disappointment with herself because she enjoyed it so much. She's like, this shouldn't really, who am I now? It's like, no, you're not wrong. This is delightful.
This is amazing. And you should have got on board sooner.
It's one of the fewer pleasures we have left in life.
This is it, man.
Yeah, but it's great. What about you?
Dude, it was fantastic as always. It was a real clean. It was not my cleanest finish. I did have a couple little gloops on my tray, but I do what Bass said. I love. He's like, yeah, dude. You go up, you get your slice, and then you have to buy your boat of 2 cheese conies. He's like, yeah, dude. So now I eat my Sky Rosa. I got another cheese coney. I'm good. I'm like, yeah, this is some real fat guy logic. You're not fat. I'm fat. And I should have been saying that. You beat me to it.
That makes sense. Have another cheese coney on deck.
Yeah, dude, that's your dessert.
Because what are you supposed to eat when you finish?
More cheese conies.
Exactly. Wow.
Come on. It's brilliant. I'm real proud of him for having just fat guy mentality. I've really after going to so many games with him, pounding it into his brain where it's like, yeah, man, you're eating a Sky Rosa and
you were wearing your jersey. You're wearing your Sky Rosa jersey.
I was wearing my Sky Rosa jersey.
Living that life.
A lot of compliments.
Just throwing it in people's faces. Yeah. Sky Rosa jersey. Stand back.
Come on.
I've done this before.
Make a hole, okay? Because I'm about to use mine.
Yeah. And like you said, the lines were surprisingly quick for how packed it was.
Yeah.
Also, side note, I'm pretty sure most of the standing room tickets were sold out because it was a bobblehead night. Mm-hmm. And if you're a man in their 40s, 50s, whatever, walking away with a duffel bag filled with bobbleheads, trip and fall in the street. Those are for children.
Correct.
I understand people have a hobby and want to collect things, but that's just so you're such a narcissist to think that all those little toys belong to you. That's so selfish. That how many times did you see at the ballpark when you go to check in, read your ticket, you'll see a dad with his kid and just like, is there any bobbleheads over here? It's like, no, they sold out early. And then you see some douchebag walking around with their arms filled, and it's like everything is just for them. I hate that. Well, don't be that person.
Well, it's a business opportunity. They got to sell them. They have to sell the free thing that comes with your ticket and just suck the joy out of it, man.
Yeah, I hate seeing that.
It's the worst. I am with you. I disapprove. I think it's awful, and it's kind of like one of the things where you see with like the baseball card collecting and how it's gotten so expensive and absorbent and like cards going for hundreds of thousands of dollars and all of this, and rare cards going to influencers who do the breaks online and open it up. It's like, I got the 101 Paul Skeens patch sign, where it's like, yeah, but this is ultimately for children to enjoy so that they can love the sport, grow up, and then pass it on to their kids. Instead, you've got some fuckhead who gets there early, knows somebody, and it's like, you got to give me a box. You got to give me a box of the baubles. I watched someone get on the streetcar with a actual cart, like a box of the baubles. They had at least 10, 15 in there.
That's insane. And I really did see a kid with his dad when we were checking in, initially getting into the ballpark, and they were trying to find bobbleheads. And we were there like a half hour early, which I know you got to get there much earlier for that.
Yeah.
But still, to the same point, don't be a jerk and take more than one or two.
Yeah. Well, they buy a bunch of tickets and they scan and then they get them. And it's like, that's not the point of this, man.
Yeah.
Point of this is so like everyone gets one who has a ticket. It's stupid. Whatever. Whenever I get mine, I just go home and break it. That's what I do. I just hit them with a hammer.
Yeah. Like online. That's your box opening thing. It's like you taking something that some geek really wanted, and spent so much time trying to, get. You open it up and just smash it in their face.
Eat it, fucking Terry. Eat shit.
Yeah. Upsell this.
Do you remember, was it last year or 2 years ago when Ellie had the bobblehead where it was like you would either get the bobble that was like he was a left-handed hitter or a right-handed hitter? Oh, yeah. Dude, those were going on eBay the next day for $400 to $500 because people they just couldn't get them. And you've got the bobblehead scouts and all that shit who were getting them and then reselling them, making a pretty penny.
So dumb. They're presents for kids.
Isn't capitalism cool?
It's the best.
It's the best. It really works. Dude. Well, do you want to talk about actual baseball?
I do.
We do.
I really do.
Do we, though? I mean, this has been an interesting week, to say the least.
I think we got a lot to get out of our system.
We do. Let's get it out of our system. The Cincinnati Reds this week, they continued their road trip. They finished it off. They split in Miami. But really cool again. They swept the Rangers and they go into Miami. And it's really hard to win 3 out of 4 of any series against any professional baseball team. Split, fine, whatever. Then they come home and you've got the Los Angeles of Anaheim around Orange County near the Pacific Ocean next to the highway by the Disneyland.
Near the hot spot.
Near the hot spot with the smog alert. Did I nail the full name of the team?
I think you did.
Okay, good. Because it's a mouthful. Oh, good catch.
Thank you.
You're welcome. And, dude, they dropped 2 out of 3 at home. To start this homestand. Yeah, man.
I know there's a lot of things to be about.
Yeah, there's a few with the pitching, especially starting pitching, and with the bullpen, and then the lineup is where we're really gonna.
Well, where should we start? Should we talk pitching first, or should we?
Let's start with. I just really wanted to say we should have lost 3 of those games in Miami.
Correct.
but we didn't. We stole that one where thank you, Clayton McCullough, for yanking out Sandy Alcantara, where he's in the ninth. He gets the first out. He walks the guy, and it's like, all right, time to go to our bullpen. And then the Reds just explode and take the game.
Yeah, dude, Alcantara was just grooving the entire time. He was on his way for a Maddox, complete game back to back. And the Reds were just not doing anything against him. So just seeing him come out was like, oh, thank goodness. We actually stand a shot now.
Yeah.
And oh boy, the wheels came off Miami at that point, and some awesome airs. Ellie advancing, going like stealing home essentially when a ball was just kicked out in front of the plate about 5 feet. Ellie doing Ellie thing. So that was wildly exciting, but they coughed it up to us. They succeeded by taking advantage of the opportunity, but yeah, definitely shouldn't have won that game.
I just don't understand the logic. I just don't. Sure, he had some command issues, but he was barely over 100 pitches. This is a guy, no matter what, you're moving him at the deadline. Show off that he can go back-to-back complete games and just be dominant. Raise the value. And when you move him, you're going to get more. I know that is like it in the grand scheme. It does not matter that he would have done that. I get it. But at the same time, it shows like, man, that's your ace. Show that you have the most faith and really lean into it. I'm glad that they did it, but if I was a Fish fan, I'd be fucking livid.
They were, too. They were letting him hear it when they took him out.
Yeah.
No, watch him leave him in too long the next start.
All 12 people.
Yeah. You could hear him.
Yeah.
That is one of the best things when they play Miami is that you can actually hear the individual boos and like the jeers and everything they're saying.
Yeah. Oh, it's beautiful. I feel so bad for that fan base.
Yeah.
But I'm thankful to have
great unis though.
Oh man.
Those teal suckers.
Dude, those throwbacks are awesome.
Inject that into my 90s kids vein.
I used to have one of the black hats.
Oh, yeah?
The away hat? Yeah. It was sick. So, okay. When you look at this whole week for the Reds and you look at the starting pitching, there is one glaring issue. And that issue this week was command. Whoo, that was a lot of walks.
Yeah, they set a record, I believe, with combined walks that they had between the Angels and the Reds for this series. But beyond that, I think the Reds threw 26 base on balls, somewhere around there for this series.
For all together with the pen and the rotation? Oof, I believe that.
Yeah, it was a ton. There was poor command, and especially at times, too, like Brandon Williamson for that game, the Saturday game, when the Reds put up a 4 spot, he immediately walked, I think, the first batter up and then walked the next one.
Yep.
Like, there were so many walks. I think he ended up having 5 walks. But
6. He had 6.
Yeah, that's what it was. So control is an issue across the board for the starters mostly.
Yeah, you look at it and then you start with Chase Burns, who went 5 1/3, 7 hits, 5 earned runs, 4 walks, 2 Ks, 2 homers. Where you see 2 Ks and 2 homers, that's very not Chase Burnsian that the one that we're used to. The thing that I don't understand, that homer, it should have just been 1 homer. I don't understand why they let him go out in the 6th.
No,
he looked gassed.
No, he clearly didn't have it, and especially for a guy when you're looking to protect the amount of innings that he has, that's a situation where it's just like there's no need to send him back out.
None. And then you look at the chart. I mean, he had 49 four-seamers, 38 sliders, 5 changeups. He wasn't living low at all with his fastball. I mean, it was all middle and up. And here's the thing. He's pounding the strike zone. A lot of it, you look at, I mean, it was a lot of middle.
Yeah.
And the slider, too. I mean, that cost him a lot. He had 10 balls hit hard, okay? And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 of them were fastballs.
Yeah, and when he's not having his third pitch, his off-speed pitch, his fastball, 98, he usually lives around to 100, and that slider is usually around like a 92, something like that. Yeah. So when he only has 2 pitches that he's able to kind of locate that are hard, so they think fastball and can't adjust, and when he's not able to locate the slider, it's like, well, they just sit fastball, and he just really got taken to task here.
Well, he also wasn't living anywhere on the left side of the plate. Everything's on the right side of the plate, high and middle. Even, I mean, like, if he clearly was not, and every time he tried to throw over there, look at that, there's 4 fastballs all the way up, fully out of the strike zone, dude, like, by 4 or 5 balls. Like, he just couldn't go inside, and that's got to be a part of his game. And when he doesn't have it, this is what happens.
Absolutely. And when hitters are able to eliminate an entire area, an entire half of the strike zone, they're going to be able to tee up or at least put balls in play. And not being able to go inside is detrimental to at least Chase Burns, who only has 2 effective pitches right now.
Yeah.
And you also saw that too with there was some other pitchers not going inside enough and then having it come back to bite them when, hitters are just leaning out over the zone.
Yeah, just leaning out and being like, if I could just touch it and then make him either touch it, make it go foul, or I can get good contact on it, because then I'm just going to make him do it again.
Yeah, I'm not worried about having to pull my hands, and I know I'm going to be able to get full extension here, and you don't want to get hitters comfortable with that, even if you can throw 100.
Right, and in no way, shape, or form does this make me dimmer about how bright his future is.
Not at all.
None. It's just he was just off with his command, and you hope that he bounces back this coming week and can find the strike zone again, because it's very important that he has command of the fastball, gets the whiffs with the slider, or else his game becomes one-dimensional, because he doesn't have a 2-seamer that moves. This is it. The changeup is a fucking woof. So you've got, you got to have him figure that out. And I think that when DJ and co go in and look at this chart and fully, they're like, dude, this is what you were doing wrong. We can fix this. Let's get it back together. Brandon Williamson then followed it up with 4 innings, 3 hits, 3 earned runs, 6 walks, 3 Ks. Didn't give up any dingers, but he was very diverse with his pitches. He had 27 cutters, 28 fastballs, 28 changeups, but then 5 curveballs, 4 sweepers, and a sinker. You kind of wish you saw the curveball more. It's his best pitch, but you can tell too from his release point, he was releasing it higher than other pitches, so he wasn't masking it well, and so he didn't have control over it that day. But let alone did he have control over anything, he was barely in the strike zone. He had, of all of the pitches, 54 of these pitches were out of the strike zone, and there were ones that aren't even close to being in the strike zone. Just, there are a couple off the chart from Baseball Savant.
Yeah, dude, there was a ton of uncompetitive pitches that he had. It just didn't seem like he could stay locked in. I do like that he's mixing up, throwing a bunch of different variety of pitches. Yeah, I would like to see the curveball more. I think his last start, it was like pretty evenly broken down between his pitch selections. But yeah, this was not a strong outing. It was enough to give the Reds, a chance to eventually win. But yeah, just not locating the ball well at all.
No. And the way that you're looking at this and you see that's all over the place, that means he probably just wasn't following through on his pitches and finishing. When you look at this and then you look at what Abbott did, and I'm not worried about Andrew Abbott, because I got a question for you after we talk about Abbott. Abbott on Sunday, 3 innings pitched, 8 hits, 7 earned runs, 2 walks, 1 K, gave up a homer, 71 pitches, and 44 of those pitches were out of the strike zone. I mean, his chart's all over the place too. A lot of those fastballs, middle, a few up, and we all know when Abbott is best, it's when he's locating the fastball high, and the sweeper and the slider, the sweeper and the curveball are low, and they're lower in the eye line, swinging and missing, and then coming back up high with that fastball. And he didn't have it. He didn't have, honestly, fucking anything.
No, dude. And you don't have even decent control for a pitcher like Abbott when you rely on deception. So if you're not able to get your breaking balls across the plate for a strike, or it's just so easily readable that it's going to be out of the zone, and they're able to sit on a 92-mile-an-hour fastball that you're also having trouble locating, you saw it today. They were just teeing off. I mean, just killing with singles initially, then hitting the ball harder. But this is not the Abbott we are familiar with seeing. This is his fourth start, so I'm looking at it through that lens. However, I expect Abbott to be more in control, even though it is the fourth start. I think, for a fourth start, you can start throwing out excuses after this.
Yeah.
But I think Abbott should, and he knows he should be more in control than this. You're not always going to have it every game, but this is, 2 games back-to-back for Abbott where he just has not had it?
No. Not even close. I mean, I think this is one of the worst outings of his career. It has to be.
7 earned runs, I think, is the most.
Yeah, so it's fuck, man. I think then I'm not saying rush, but man, do we need to get Nick Lodolo back.
Dear Lord. We do. And just think about it. The Reds were looking good initially without Hunter Green and Lodolo, but now you're starting to see when several of your starters are struggling and you're relying on guys that don't have a ton of innings in the majors yet. It gets a little dicey, and you just think, man, if we could have only had a healthy Hunter Green or a healthy Nick Lodolo, you figure you can get back at least one of those losses. Mm-hmm. But now you think, we need to make sure he's healthy when he comes back, Lodolo, so we don't have this issue pop up again. But we need him in that starting rotation ASAP. Yeah,
because I've always liked Brandon Williamson. I think that his future is spot start and long relief.
Correct.
Because it showed again, he just has a bunch of pitches he can throw them at you. I just see him as a left-handed Nick Martinez.
Yeah, because I don't think he's a guy that, you can have him come in for long relief.
Yeah.
He's a guy that does have some great pitches when they're on. That curveball looks really sharp when it's on.
Mm-hmm.
However, a second, third time through the lineup isn't ideal for him currently.
No.
I would love to see Lodolo come back so that way we can have Williamson slotted back into the bullpen.
Yeah, that'd be great too. Or what they were originally planning to do, which is Chase Burns opens, gives you a couple innings, and then you follow it up with a couple innings of Williamson, because those are 2 very different looks.
Oh, yeah.
2 pitches with the gas of Burns. When he's on, it's awesome. Go through the lineup twice, and then hit him with the soft toss and lefty. He doesn't have a whole lot of velocity. He tops off at 94, which, again, is crazy to say that not a lot of velocity. He tops off at 94 fucking miles an hour.
Yeah.
But can also hit you with the curveball, the cutter, the four seam, hit him with the kitchen sink from the other side. It's that would work in theory. So you just need to see it. And I give Williamson a lot of slack too, since he did not pitch since 2024.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of the same slack I cut Rhett Lauder.
Yeah, you do have a bit of leeway there, or a little bit more of a bandwidth for error, seeing as how there was such a long, break in between starts with injury.
Right. And with Rhett, in the one start he had in Miami, there were 3 gaffes at third base by Gino that cost him a bunch of those runs. Shook him a little bit and didn't bounce back properly. So we're not breaking it down, but it's just I'm not worried about him in the slightest. Not one bit. The bullpen had its bright spots. Graham Ashcraft was nails all week. Pierce Johnson looked good. He gave up some long fly balls, but guess what? They stayed in the park, and that's all that matters. Tony Santillan looks like nails, dude. Pagan, albeit he had more walks than Ks, he held down his save opportunities, and PJ Higgins was electric.
Get in there, dog.
Get in there. I love it when a catcher pitches trying to match Trevino's slowest pitch recorded. Obviously going for it.
He almost got in again today.
Dude, all right, I got to tell you about this. Friday, there's Higgins is pitching. I forget who's batting, but someone hits it foul. Bass is there. He tries to catch it. It just drills off his palm, spins, comes back, and then Bass eventually wrangles it up. And we were feeling in the ball, and I'm like, this is wild. And he's like, yeah, well, you feel what I'm feeling? I'm like, yeah, dude, this thing is sticky.
PJ Higgins was throwing some dirty balls.
I'm telling you, dude, they're not going to check him.
No, of course not.
So why not? If you got the stuff.
Dude, that's hilarious. Why wouldn't you?
Why not?
Oh, are you going to ban me from pitching for a week?
Oh, cool. Yeah. Oh, I'm going to miss my start. Which one?
Yeah.
Come on. You're going to give me my 3 games?
I'm up here for a cup of coffee, dog.
Yeah, I'm up here soft tossing, trying to break a dumb record. You're gonna let me coat my body in spider tack, dude.
Oh, that's awesome. Good for him.
I'm actually very glad that he did that.
Dude, that'd be hilarious. Some pitcher should go out there, like the next time he goes out and pitch and like clearly have foreign substances on him. Like have like do like the Naked Gun thing where you have like sandpaper in your hat. You know?
That's perfect.
Elmer's glue in his back pocket. Like, what are you even doing?
I got oh man, what was it in Major League? He had the yeast cream on his stomach.
Oh man, I don't even remember that part. That
yeah,
sounds
the
hilarious.
Wiley veteran. He's like, I got sunscreen up here. I got he's got like all the 9 different like
Oh yeah.
Yeah, spit, sunscreen, rosin and sunscreen, and then he's like, I got them down here where I really need to get some spin. Vagisil.
Oh, I remember that now.
Yeah, it's pretty great. I was like, you know what? That's PJ Higgins right now, dude.
Yeah, man. Live it up.
But the bullpen had some sore spots. Sam All with 5 walks and 4 1/3. Kyle Nichols had the bomb. I thought Franco pitched fairly well when he was up and then got sent back down. Like,
Yeah, I thought he did a good job.
I don't have, like, dude, I'm not putting a whole lot on this bullpen for this week for why they dropped 2 out of 3 to the Angels.
They had to cover a lot of slack that the starting rotation could not cover.
Correct. And you're still a little thin without Caleb Ferguson, but still.
Even some of the stuff with Sam Maul, like he has a few runs that he gave up, but I think those were on walks, like inherited runs that the next pitcher.
Yeah.
Because he still hasn't given up a hit.
Sam Maul?
I don't think so. Or at least, is this just for the series?
This is just for this series.
Okay. I think he might not have given up a hit yet.
You know what we can do? I can look this up.
We can check it out. But, yeah, some of these spots here, like I thought Sam Maul threw the ball pretty well outside the walks, but they did have to cover a lot of innings. Connor Phillips, I think this is great for him. Another silver lining here is that he's getting a lot more reps on the mound, and he is looking really sharp at times, so expect him to be a bit more. I'd like the idea of him coming into high leverage situations when you don't have Santillan or fucking Ashcraft.
Yeah.
So they're getting some innings in here, so that is one of the positives to look back on this garbage week.
Garbage week. Here we go. It wasn't, I mean, it's pretty bad.
It's bad?
No. I'm just saying, yep, that was pretty bad.
Oh,
It was
okay.
not great to start the week hot, then fully cool off. Sam Maul, where are you, buddy? Dude, you're right. I didn't even realize that. He has an 8 2/3 innings so far this season. He's given up 0 hits. He does have 6 walks to 7 strikeouts.
That's crazy.
Yeah, dude, that's kind of nuts. He's got a 2.08 ERA. So,
Dude, so many times walks have came back to haunt us. You saw immediately. I know. I've been to a game. But there were so many times you saw like immediately a walk happened, and then that runner comes around to score like off of a Mike Trout double or like another walk and then a bloop. There's so many situations that could have been remedied by just throwing strikes.
yeah, I know it's a lot to ask to say, can you just throw strikes?
Yeah.
But he didn't. And then it just, walks will haunt is such a fucking cliche, and it's so true, but it's just got to keep him off. It just, but Sam Maul has looked great. He's had a little bit of the walk issue as of late, especially in the what was the outing on Friday when he had all those walks? He had a bunch of walks.
I think so.
I think that was it. So I said this I think I said this to you early in the week, but it's like, being at, a bunch of games a lot, and I think I have now accepted when I go to a game that I'm not really going to see a lot of the pitching nuances that you get to see on television.
Nope.
But it's really cool at the ballpark, a slugfest. I want to watch a pitcher's duel on TV, and I want to see a slugfest at the ballpark.
Yeah, I do too.
In person. Like that's the ideal situation as a Reds fan. Or just as a baseball fan and someone who watches constantly in general.
Unless you have a Diamond Club seat for a pitcher's duel, it's so hard to accurately be able to see how precise and effective some of these pitches are that are landing on just the outside corner or coming right back in, like all these different things. Where a slugfest, you want to be there for the high fives. You want to take your shirt off and throw it around. You want to flip over Redzilla. You want to feel that energy. But yeah.
Did you see what Redzilla almost did today? Oswald Cabrera?
Oh, yeah. Almost ran him over.
Almost just drilled him. Oswald Peraza. That's right.
Did they give him a breathalyzer?
The Redzilla or Oswald?
Oh, both.
Oh, they both. Yeah, they for sure did. What? The guy who's driving Redzilla. I don't know if you can. Well, you can get a DUI.
I think the Redzilla only starts after you blow into it.
Yeah. Yeah, you have to be above 0.08.
Yeah, it makes sure you have to be hammered.
Yeah, you gotta have 3 or more drinks before operating Redzilla. Mm-hmm. Oh boy. But I'm not putting any of this really on the bullpen. The walks suck, but it's like Nichols gave up the bomb and like on Friday, whatever. What I'm trying to say is I'm not worried about them. Their A bullpen is solid when it gets the opportunity. It's great when it gets the opportunity.
Also, it's mostly our B team going in most of this week because there weren't a lot of times where they needed to have Graham Ashcraft coming in the 7th. It was mostly like we need Juan Franco to come in and cover as many innings as possible.
Right, and right now you pretty much have your pen set where it's like, all right, if someone's got to come out in the 6th
Jose
and finish.
Franco.
I wasn't gonna go too hard on you. I was just
right.
gonna
I
let
want
it
to get
fly.
it right for the guy.
You know what? He appreciates that.
Thank you.
CCC. But when you look at it, man, it's just like you have your A pen set, and we know this is what Tito does through the whole year. So it's gonna be Connor Phillips for a little bit of a stretch, Ashcraft, Santillan, Pagan, until Pagan otherwise completely fully blows it, even like blows more than one save. Then that's what you've got right now. It could evolve a little bit over time if Pagan falters.
Yeah.
But that's it. And then the rest is a lot of moving pieces that are good.
I agree. Brock Burke showed some really nice innings. Connor Phillips, I really like what he's doing. So there's options here.
There's options. They're good options. So, but it doesn't matter if you can't score runs.
Correct.
There are bright spots offensively for the Reds. Ellie De La Cruz.
Heard of him?
He was one of them. I don't know. On this week, he's 333, 438 with a slug of 667 with an OPS of 1.0 or 1.105. Apologies. 2 homers, 5 RBIs, 4 stolen bases. Now, here's what's great and why this is sustainable. 6 strikeouts to 5 walks.
Booyah.
Look at him, dude. He's reading it. He knows when to hold off.
He's looking way more comfortable in the box. He's not. I feel like his swing has gotten a lot more comfortable over the. You just see him make these incremental changes, so it doesn't seem like he's swinging out of his shoes nearly as much. And those 2 home runs came from the right side.
Bingo. And the one he hit on Sunday.
Ooh. Dead center, just looked so calm and easy, and just hit it, 420?
Easily.
Yeah. So that was the 4th home run that Ellie's had batting from the right side this year, which means he is 1 home run shy from the entire total he had last year from the right. So he hit 5 home runs total right-handed last year. He already has 4.
That's freaking credible. And people are like, oh, when's he going to give up switch hitting? I don't think it's ever going to happen.
Why would you?
No. He's hitting from both sides with power and seeing it so well. So, this can be sustainable if he continues to not chase, because when he sees a fastball, he's been taking advantage of it. And when he's been seeing breaking stuff or something off speed that's low, he's not fully biting when it matters.
No, and just getting Ellie on base is one of the key points to Reds being successful. Ellie, I think, scored multiple games without having a hit. That's due to him taking his walks, not striking out as much, and having a much better plate discipline, and then being able to hit the mistake pitches out of the ballpark.
And cause chaos.
Correct.
And which also helps out Sal Stewart, because he's got a check on Ellie, and that gets us right to our Cuban Wario dude. Sal Stewart, 2 homers, 6 RBIs. He had 5 walks to 4 strikeouts, 2 stolen bases, 240, 355 with a slug of 520 with an OPS of 875. Some say that's really good.
Yeah, he's doing it all, man. He's even stealing bases.
Stealing bags and playing first and second.
Yeah, dude.
Tito said that his best position is second base because of the weight loss and the way that he can operate now because of dropping the 20 pounds.
I like it, man. I trust him. Put him at second base. Put him at first. Have him at third. As long as he's hitting like this, he could play anywhere in my ball field.
He can play anywhere you want to put him.
Yeah.
Dude, and then you Spencer Steer homered. Tyler Stevenson homered. Tyler Stevenson's got an 850 OPS on the week. That's really cool. Okay. That's the good.
Mm-hmm.
The rest is bad. The rest is not good. This is how you don't win.
Yeah.
Is when the rest of your lineup doesn't do anything. And it shows. For the season, the Reds in all of MLB, 27th in average, 26th in runs, 25th in hits, 29th in RBIs, 27th in on-base percentage, 28th in slug, and 29th in OPS as of Sunday night. That ain't going to cut it.
Unless there's 100 teams in the league, this is not good.
This is not
Yeah.
good at all.
It's so bad, the silver lining, if you want to say that, they have won a lot of close games. However, and I don't see this being the trend for the Reds. I don't foresee, TJ Friedl hitting under 200. I don't see that happening for Matt McLain or whatever. These guys, and I don't think Matt McLain's hitting under 200 right now, but regardless, these aren't going to be chronic issues for most of these guys.
No.
I'm saying hopefully most. There's maybe 2 guys I'm genuinely worried about.
I've got a few.
Okay.
So I'm not worried about Gino.
No, I'm not either.
Not either. Like, this is what he does. He'll all the way up, all the way down. Like, this is what he does. And we brought him here to hit homers. He's been hitting singles in the double or two. We brought him here to hit bombs. He's gonna hit bombs.
Yeah, I think it's actually a positive that he was hitting balls up the middle and the other way for singles. I think if he can add that to his game, that's going to increase his average, and I think that's tremendous.
That's great. I'm all for it. And Matt McLain, we know what he needs to do, and that's lay off the high stuff and not get fooled low. But the outfield's a mess. The outfield is a mess. I mean, look, Steer homered. That's all he did. That's okay. That's a little bit of an exaggeration. He had 3 hits. So a third of the hits he had this week was for a home run. 1 homer, 1 double, and then a single. And he's 3 for 22.
Yeah, other than that, it is just wet, hot garbage
Bleak.
in our outfield.
TJ Friedl, dude. 207, 303, 207, OPS of 510 on the week. Will Benson in 6 games, 11 plate appearances, .091 average, 286 on base. Same with the slug, .091 and an OPS of 377. 1 hit and 11 plate appearances. And Noelvi Marte, 3 for 17, 176, 176, 176 with an OPS of 352. I'm worried about all 3 of those dudes. We know when Will Benson's hot, he's hot. But he's not been hot for weeks to start the season. TJ Friedl has 1 hit that isn't in the infield. 1. And Marte, what's happening?
Yeah, actually, now that I think about it, I have 3 people that I'm actually concerned about. Yeah, started off from the back end. Marte is on a different planet right now, and on that planet, they don't play baseball. He has no idea what's going on. He's not focused. Case in point, not even talking about his hitting, because that's not really going on at all. He was on third base today. Granted, it would have been a miraculous comeback. However, there was 1 out. No, there was no outs. There was no outs. Runner on second and third. Marte's on third. And someone, I think it was Gino
Leinard.
Yeah, lined it right back to the third baseman. And instead of immediately going back to first base, he takes 2 steps forward. Though that was his reaction, was to go not just 1 but 2 steps in the wrong direction. Had to dive back, and it was a play that was decided by less than 2 steps. That took us out of it, and then after that, it was McLean. That's who did it.
Yeah.
Because then right after that, Ellie came up to the plate and hit a bomb. Would have been a grand slam. It would have been
a closer margin of loss. Fuck. It's just he's hitting everything on the ground. He's not getting any lift. He's looking bad at the plate. I mean, how many strikeouts did he have this is just this week. He had no walks and 4 strikeouts in 17 plate appearances.
He's not seeing it. He's guessing. Mm-hmm. He's doing us no favors out there. It was bases loaded when that happened today because it took him off. But easy solution. What I think has to happen. He needs to be sent down to AAA. He has a couple options.
Yeah, he's got 2.
Because he's doing himself and the Reds 0 favors by just being essentially a for sure out at this point. And it's not that he's hitting the ball hard. It's not landing. He's putting in the good at bats. No, he's a quick, easy out and is showcasing that he is lost at the plate and also in the base paths. So send him down. Bring up Rece Hinds because he's mashing right now, and he's got something to prove, whereas Marte has everything to just fix and learn right now because it's not good. It shouldn't happen in a Reds uniform right now. He needs to be doing that in AAA. Yep. So that's one thing to solve.
Yeah.
As far as TJ Friedl, this is a can of worms. He has clearly lost a step or 2.
Yeah.
So take that into account. He's made some bonehead plays.
That 2 pop-up bunts. 1 worked out, 1 did not.
Yeah. At the plate, I understand sometimes you want to jump on a pitcher. However, when you are swinging at the first pitch sometimes to start off the ball game, and it's not that one pitch, one zone, you're swinging at something that's high and outside and popping it out weakly to left field. What are you doing? Also, he's fundamentally changed his approach by trying to incorporate more power. He's standing up more. I know it has something to do with the strike zone and ABS. However, he wants to have more power at the plate. I understand some pitchers or players wanting to have that, but when you're a leadoff hitter and your job is to put the ball on the ground, get it into play, and get on base, that's a fundamental misunderstanding of your role on this team.
Yeah.
And not to mention when he does get 2 strikes on him, this is the only time that he's effective is when he has 2 strikes on him. Because he goes back into that crouch, which we was doing last year, and is hitting the ball. And he's hitting it for singles. He's getting on base. He actually got some runs.
Yeah.
But what he's doing now is misunderstanding his role in the team and trying to make up for him having lost a couple steps.
I couldn't agree with you more there.
One solution, and I think Tito might have a hard time arguing with this because he doesn't like to play like the, Plinko thing. We're going to move this guy here. I don't want to have to move around the lineup. Here's a solution, and you don't have to rearrange the lineup at all. You keep TJ Friedl and then Matt McLean and then Ellie, but you start it with Matt McLean.
Yeah.
So have a guy that's going to be at least a hotter hitter right now than what TJ is. And then have the guy that's your superstar, which we wanted to had in the 2-hole for the longest time. So that way you can come to the plate with less than 2 outs for a change. And then have TJ be a difficult guy in the 9-hole. And then after the first time through the lineup, it's a moot point that anything was changed.
And Matt's bat got going when he was leading off.
Yeah.
He was, seeing pitches, taking his time, and then taking it the other way, or, just had a better approach.
And it also takes away the idea of having pitchers, not that they haven't done this yet or haven't done it, is having a starter come in that's a lefty. However, now that Ellie's hitting lefties now.
It doesn't matter.
Yeah, so I think having the guys that are hitting right now, Matt McLean, who's going to be starting to mash. Ellie, who's already mashing.
Yep.
Sal Stewart, who's mashing. Having your mashers right up front, and then having Gino Suarez behind him, and then just keep going down the line. And oh my goodness, God forbid we have a really great guy in the 9-hole.
Who, potentially. Yeah. Because when you look at, I've got this tweet right here from from Claiborne Snowden.
Yeah.
Here's TJ Friel's spray chart. One hit that left the infield, right? TJ Friel's batted balls with an exit velocity of 70 miles per hour or under. 9. Over 95 miles per hour. 7. It's not good. And with Marte, dude, when you brought up just like his lack of focus and everything, sending him to AAA, yeah, and bring up Rece Hinds. These numbers that Rece is having in AAA is exactly what you want to see. 354, 475 with an OPS of 1.246 with 17 hits and 48 at-bats. 5 homers, 16 RBIs. He's got a stolen base. And I understand that there is a giant moat between AAA and the majors. Mm-hmm. But you sent this guy down to Louisville and you said, you got to go play and you got to just prove it and make us bring you up. He's doing that now because Marte ain't doing it. So at that point, he's continuing to prove it. Give him a shot, and you might think, well, he's just a quad A player. He's someone who's just going to keep going up and down the highway. Maybe, but the only way you find out is if he plays in the big leagues.
Yes, the upside of having Rece Hinds in currently versus Marte, I think that is much better than what we're seeing currently with Noelvi.
Yeah.
And I think it'll benefit Noelvi to go down into AAA, work his stuff out there, because there's so many things that he has to work on, including regaining focus for when he's playing.
Yeah.
And Rece Hinds is tearing the cover off the ball, and I think now is the time to act on. This isn't a time to make any definitive predictions about how people are going to be playing now versus at the end of the season. However, these are things that very clearly need to be addressed, and,
Right.
and Noelvi can't be addressing it in the majors right now. He has to be in AAA figuring this stuff out.
Yeah.
TJ needs to be figuring this stuff out, not leading off. I think
Yeah.
I think his stuff is going to be more easily remedied than what Noelvi might be. I think TJ just needs to come to terms that he's not a home run hitter. He should not be trying to pull the ball all the time, which is why we keep seeing him pop up. I think he needs to have a better redefined approach at the plate, and I think that can be solved while still being up with the Reds and just spending some time in the batting cage and refiguring out like what his role is on the team.
Yeah, and I mean, to be fair, he has 2 options. You could do that. And while you're trying to figure out what you said with not having definitive moves and setting anything in stone, you're absolutely right, because say Rece Hinds doesn't work out, JJ Bleday's right behind him that you can bring up. And then behind him, you've got Blake Dunn. I mean, Bleday is hitting the cover off the ball too. What is it?
922 OPS.
Yeah, boom. There you go. And you brought him in here for this depth to figure out, hey, if someone falters, and this is an open competition for these outfield spots, well, guess what? You did it, and spring training ended. They're not competing at the level that they need to be up here, and you rotate them in.
Go back a few weeks ago when we were talking about these exact scenarios that could play out. Have Bleday kind of get more ready, or Nathaniel Lowe at that time, and have Rece Hinds continually swinging it back as he's going to do more good for himself and the team, staying hot in AAA so that when something happens, we can call him up.
Nathaniel Lowe was a good injection on Saturday. It worked. You a base clearing double for him, just scooting down the line. Like, he made the offense get into gear. So you've got someone who can play first and swing a good right-handed bat.
Dude, he's done more damage in 7 at bats or something,
That's for this week. Yes,
Oh, okay.
This is just for the week.
Yeah, he's done more damage with his few at bats that he was able to get in this series than some of these guys with getting 20 plus or something. I feel very confident watching Nathaniel Lowe in a box. He seems to be very confident with himself, has a great understanding of the strike zone, and he gets his hits and puts them in the appropriate spots. And same thing with Dan Myers. The few Dane Myers.
Dang Myers.
The handful of opportunities he's gotten, he's capitalized on. He's got better numbers than some of the guys that are in the starting lineup all the time.
Yeah, I agree with you, dude. Dane, what did he do? Oh yeah, he had 5 ABs and he's got 2 hits with it. He's got 1 walk,
2 runs.
no strikeouts. Yeah, man. This guy had a stolen base. Like, dude, yeah, man. Maybe he needs some more opportunities out there to play. Maybe you can swap out TJ, put Dane lower in the lineup, and let him play some more.
I would agree with that. I think there's we're going to talk about Key Hayes here in just a little bit.
Yeah.
But I think Dane Myers should be getting more starts in center field.
Now, here's how you segue. You ready?
Yeah.
Yeah. So you drop Dane in the lineup, but overall you're saying you can drop TJ Friedl to the 9th in the lineup. But the problem you have is that someone is occupying that 9 hole. His name's Ke'Bryan Hayes, and he's not hitting. He can't, not just hitting, just like, he's not, it's just.
If there was a rock in the lineup or a head of broccoli instead of Ke'Bryan Hayes, it'd be more productive currently. And that's the truth. He is not hitting.
Nope.
He is getting outs. He is less than, he's 100 average or something for the week.
So, no, dude, for the week, he's got a 0.00 average. His on-base percentage, he had a walk to 2 strikeouts. The thing is, you look at it and you're like, man, he's not striking out, though. Yeah, but he's hitting, and it's not even that he's not even getting unlucky. It's just like he's grounding out. He's lining out. Like
popping out, slapping it, barely putting a kiss on the ball. It's not like he's hitting the ball hard at all. Even his foul balls are soft and weak.
Yeah.
And I love Ke'Bryan Hayes. I love having a Gold Glove third baseman, but he's not playing like it.
Nope. That's the other thing I was going to say is even on Friday, when you have Gino at third and you're like, or when it was in Miami and you watched Rhett where Gino had those 3 misplays and you're like, man, Key would have gotten those. Then Friday you watch Key in the field and he had 3 missed opportunities in the first 2 innings and you're like, oh, dude, this is why you're here. You are only here to be a complete vacuum and to be physically perfect at third because you aren't doing shit at the plate.
When the bright side of your at-bats is, well, at least he didn't hit into a double play. That's a situation. So, and I know we got money put into him, but the thing is, we had a lot of money put into Candelario. And what we did for the team was we sent him down to AAA. We didn't just force him in the lineup because we got money sunk into him. However, what I think it could be a good solution for Ke'Bryan Hayes, and again, these aren't determinative about how they're going to be playing throughout the course of the year, at the end of the year. This is what's going on now, and these are the exact situations we talk about months down the road when you look back at opportunities that you could have had to maybe adjust things, like how we were talking about, and Tito was saying, like he had Matt McClain in that 2-hole for far too long.
Yep.
Well, let's nip some of this stuff in the butt early, and these aren't concrete maneuvers, but I don't think Key should be starting but once every third game of a series.
Yeah.
I think what you should do until the offensive situation is under control a bit more, you need to have Nathaniel Lowe in there. You need to have Gino. You need to have Sal Stewart, obviously, all the time in there. You need to find a way to keep another bat in there that isn't Ke'Bryan Hayes and just have him come in for defensive issues at the very end of games. Nathaniel Lowe needs to be in this lineup somewhere.
Yeah. You have to eat $7.5 million each year, $7.5 or $8.5 million through the 2029 season if you DFA Ke'Bryan Hayes. And the Reds don't like doing that. They don't want to eat it again. And they brought him in for the defense. Also, that does give Ellie a little bit of comfortability. It gives him a little bit of a shield so he doesn't feel like he has to be Superman. He did have a hell of a play, though, today.
He really did. I mean, the fact that he even got to that ball and was able to just push it over with his fingers.
Dribble it.
Dude, he's making – that's another thing about Ellie right now is he is making some of these plays that a lot of shortstops aren't even getting to, and he's making them look smooth. And he's also – not forcing plays that aren't there. That was one of the biggest issues with him last year. How many plays have you seen so far where he does a great job getting the ball and he holds it because he knows, like, even if I fire it 100 miles an hour over there, he's going to be safe.
Yeah, he's going to be safe. Yeah. Or I'm going to overthrow it and he's going to be at second.
Yeah, or I'll just take the for sure out.
Yeah, on Sunday, like that play in the first where he went to his right, got into the outfield grass, got to the ball, he was getting ready to set, and he's like, there's no way.
Yeah, he would have thrown that away last year.
Maturity, dude. It's awesome to see, like, his growth. But then you see just, Key, man. Like.
And I do like him, and I do think once some of these, if the Reds are hitting a little bit better with runners in scoring position, you feel that they probably would win at least another game or two, and this could be like something we wouldn't even be talking about with Key if he's making great plays at defense, having some runs saved, as long as other people are hitting in the lineup. But when that's not happening, you have to look at the biggest issues. And right now it's Ke'Bryan Hayes and TJ Friedl.
Yeah, man, it's bad. I'm trying to look here. Here we go. As of today, Gino he's got a 224 average. We got that. But he's got a 533 slugging percentage in RBI situations early in the 2026 season. Okay. All right. That's, that's going to increase. It just seems like it's a lot because Gino gets a lot of ducks on the pond in that situation. You're like, all right, got it. But yeah, it's bad with Key. And defensively, I just don't. You can put Sal at third. I don't know if the Reds are going to do that. They need to, because he's going to play. They've got him at first. They got him at second. I don't know. They need to just shake that bugaboo, put him in third, the Flow at first, Matty at second, and Elliott short, and then just ride it until proven otherwise, because Key ain't it, and it sucks.
Unfortunately.
Because you're stuck with that contract. But whatever. Hopefully we say this, and he shakes it off, and he's better. And I hope that we talk shit, and he turns it around. That'd be great. Anytime we talk shit, I'm just hoping that somehow they just turn around and we look like idiots. And I want that so bad.
Oh, I love it. Make us look like fools, please, Ke'Bryan.
I was looking at Key's baseball savant. His average exit velo, he's in the 76th percentile, 91.8. So he is getting good wood on it when he does get it. He's not chasing. He's in the 78th percentile. Whiff percentage, he's not missing. So he's in the 86th percentile. He's in the 99th percentile on striking out, 7.3%. So there's your highlights. But he's also not walking in the he's also 34th. He's in the 34th percentile with a 7.3% walk rate. So he's swinging, making contact, and they're like, yeah, right, can you beat the guys and put the ball into play where they aren't? And that's just not happening.
No. If he gets to figure out walks,
that'd be cool.
Something just to get on base.
It'd be great. But I don't know. I hope he does, but at this rate, I don't buy it. And it's a lot of stuff that's showing that he doesn't. So let's get to these injuries here and the injury updates. Caleb Ferguson and Nick Lodolo threw a bullpen on Sunday. Everything's trending positively. They're throwing another side on Wednesday and possibly to live hitters, so they could be coming back soon. Caleb, didn't really have much of spring training, so he's going to be a little bit more behind with Nick with his blister. So we need Nick Lodolo back so fucking bad. It's just get it back. And, dude, if you can't throw your curveball for the back foot, I get it. Just fastball changeup. It worked at the beginning of last year. Keep it rolling. Jose Trevino, he's got a thoracic spine strain. He hit off a tee on Sunday. He's going to take BP on Tuesday. He's trending in the right direction to be back after the 10-day and get it rolling.
That sounds so metal. Thoracic spine strain.
Hail the thoracic spine!
Coming to a city near you.
Buddy. And so then they had to call up PJ Higgins, which we talked about, using the sticky icky stuff, and they selected his contract, but they needed to make room on the roster. That means CES got DFA'd. Were you surprised?
If you'd have told me this like 2 years ago, I'd be shocked. But the fact is, he has not been progressing.
No, it's almost like he's gotten worse. It's, he got LASIK in the offseason, then he was chasing. And then after that, it was like he had an injured wrist again. And then it's just, there's always something with him.
I feel so bad because his health has been an issue, but ultimately he isn't correcting the larger problems with his game being, chasing balls, not having good plate discipline, and just not being a good enough defender to justify being out there if you aren't mashing the ball.
Right. It's a lose. So.
Oh, man, I had so many visions of CES just being a perennial, spot in the 3-hole for the Reds, just mashing balls.
Hitting 30 homers a year. He has the power, just not the discipline, or could see it. It's just whatever, man. We wish him the best, but it'll be interesting to see if he fully clears waivers. And if he does, what do you do then? And we'll see what happens. Mm-hmm. So this week going forward, you've got a 3 spot against the Giants. The Reds have the day off on Monday when you are listening and watching this. So
thank God.
You don't have to watch them. They get a little break. They get a little breather.
They get a break. We get a break.
Yeah. I think everybody needs it. Going from Texas, Miami, then no off day, Miami back here. That's tough. But that's baseball, baby.
Baseball, baby.
That baseball, baby. So you got the day off on Monday, then Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. It's the Giants, and they are not a good baseball team. Let's just straight up. You look at some of these names that are the starting rotation. You go, okay, but Willie Doms is starting to hit. Jung Ho Lee is kind of up and down. He had a homer, but overall he's looked pretty rough. There's not a lot of threats on that lineup. Take advantage of it while they're here, but somehow every time the Giants come to town, it's like they get right in Cincinnati, and it sucks. So,
yeah, I understand. It's just rough. You get to see Tyler Mahle.
Well, that's cool. I've always liked Tyler.
I do too.
It's just a shame he could never stay healthy.
I know.
So, but you got Robbie Ray against Brady Singer, and hopefully Brady looks a little tighter going around this go-around. His slider actually slides, and his fastball, his cutter cuts. Let's just hope.
Yeah, man.
Tyler Mahle against Rhett Lauder. That's going to be fun.
I think that'll be a great matchup.
And then you've got Landon Roop versus Chase Burns on your Thursday matinee. Then they are off to Minnesota, where it's TBA for the Twins. And then it's Williamson, Abbott, Singer. Get it together quick, because this month is easy.
It's crazy. All these starters need to have a bounce back game. It's so rough.
And I feel bad for Rhett. Like, I think Rhett's going to bounce back nicely.
Yeah, out of all the guys, he had the worst outing. You know, and like you said, there were some errors that were happening around him too that really prolonged some of those innings. But I it's also again early on, but I think these guys at this point can hopefully be able to lock it in a bit more and get back to their winning ways.
Let's hope. Let's round third and head for home. I don't have anything coming up. I'll be at the ballpark.
Hell yeah, I'll be there with you, brother.
That's what I'm talking about.
We just got season tickets, so we'll be out there. Yeah, we'll talk more about it.
Yeah.
I got something to promote.
Whoa, promo.
Can I do it?
Yeah, do what you need.
All right, May 24th, Future Science is back. We're going to be at Commonwealth Sanctuary again, Commonwealth Comedy Club now. It's going to be super, super fun. We're working on some nice stuff here, but that will be, I think it is the Sunday before Labor Day?
Yeah. That would make sense. Because then you're off Monday.
Yeah, so whatever it is, you're going to be off the next day. Come on out. The last time we had it there, it was just so much fun. We do a bunch of like crazy sketches, videos, and it is an absolute blast. We'd love to have you out there. I think tickets might be on sale now on the website for Commonwealth. But May 24th, come check it out.
Check it out. Thank you, Sports Drink, for putting up the audio. This is fantastic. Thank you so much. Then drink Cincy Light. Get your Rheingeist gear. Promo code Nasty Boys, 10% off. But go get Cincy Light wherever you drink it. Go do that. And thanks for having me in the Fart Dunge.
Glad to have you down here, brother.
Hell yeah.
It was a really fun week for the most part. Granted, we had some losses there, but I'm excited to get back out there next week.
Let's have a better week. Let's get it together.
Let's do it.
Let's get some command. Let's do it. Thank you for watching and or listening. And as always, go Red Legs.
Go Red Legs.